Hello, and welcome to the Spasmodic Dysphonia PSA video project done by Alex Bing. Spasmodic dysphonia is a neurological voice disorder in which the movement of the vocal cords are restricted in either an adducted or an abducted manner, causing the voice to sound strained, strangled, tight, hoarse, jerky, or breathy. There are two types of vocal cord restriction for spasmodic dysphonia. When the vocal folds are adducted or closed, which we see here on the right, the vocal folds do not open wide enough to let air pass through, therefore the voice sounds strained, tight, and hoarse. When the vocal folds are abducted, which we see here on the left, or open, the vocal folds do not close together enough and too much air passes through, causing the voice to sound breathy. This also may cause difficulty in understanding what a person is saying. The name is derived from spasmodic, referring to spasm, and dysphonia, referring to a disorder of the voice. Dysphonia is derived from dystonia, which is the movement disorder causing muscles to contract and spasm involuntarily. Some statistics for spasmodic dysphonia include women being more affected by men, and the ratio of men to women is 1 to 4. 50,000 people in North America are affected by spasmodic dysphonia. This also begins more often when people are middle-aged. Dystonia is the third most common movement disorder. Symptoms may occur in absence of any structural abnormality of the larynx, such as inflammation of nodules, polyps, or carcinogens. The structures and symptoms affected by spasmodic dysphonia are the intrinsic muscles of the larynx. The intrinsic muscles of the larynx contract and pull the arytenoid cartilages. Contraction of the posterior cricoarytenoid muscles, which we see located here, move the vocal folds apart. Contraction of the lateral cricoarytenoid muscles, which we see here, move the vocal cords together. I would also like to mention that both the posterior cricoarytenoid muscles and the lateral cricoarytenoid muscles are innervated with the recurrent laryngeal branch of the vagus nerve. Like we have learned in class, if these muscles are damaged in some way, there will be muscle tone weakness. In the lower motor neuron nerves in the PNS of the abduction, that means the muscles are flaccid, floppy, and doughy. Damage to the upper motor neuron nerves in the CNS, the muscles of adduction, are increased muscle tone or hypertonia, creating tightness in the muscles. The symptoms of spasmodic dysphonia worsen over time without treatment. Adducted spasmodic dysphonia, there is a jerky, grunting, or squeezed voice quality, increase of glottal air pressure, and overall tight, strained voice. This may cause more physical effort of speech and make it tiring for someone. Abducted spasmodic dysphonia is breathy and voiceless consonants. Also, the airflow increases and speech rate may slow. There are intermittent, weak, breathy voices, and again, physical effort of speech may be tiring. Here we have on the right an adducted vocal folds with spasmodic dysphonia.
I have the AD form of dystonia. Early one evening, a man and a woman were rambling along a 1-mile lane running near Rainy Island Avenue.
Here on the bottom left corner, we have an abducted vocal folds with spasmodic dysphonia.
I have the rare version, the AB or the abductor version. My vocal cords stay open rather than open and shut, and I sound breathy quite frequently. a shape mystically crossed 50 or 60 steps in front of his sister Kathy's house.
The treatments for spasmodic dysphonia include speech-language therapy, medical therapy, and surgery. Thank you for watching.